Aries, there is a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus and your house of money. Now you are drawn to powerful people who could help your financial situation. This is a good opportunity to apply for a new job or find a business partner. Aries, you might feel the clock is ticking, but you'll make more headway now with slow, calculated moves. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of relationships makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. You and your partner might have different ways of handling your finances. Aries, you could tolerate risk differently or have different plans for disposable income. Your partner might want to save while you want to seize opportunities. To break the stalemate, one of you will need to adjust. Taurus, this week, there's fresh, new energy. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of relationships opposes Uranus in your own sign of Taurus. There is now some fresh energy in your area of partnerships. If you're looking for love, this is an excellent time to meet someone new. If you're already attached, you might want to shake things up a bit by breaking out of your routine. Even though it's a school night, it might be a good time to go on a romantic date. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of work makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. You might have a stack of work on your desk and a line of people who want to see you. Taurus, you could be working an extra shift. Or you might have a school deadline on top of a work deadline. Today, you're wishing you could clone yourself to get everything done. Gemini, this week, you're finding a better way. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of daily routines opposes Uranus in Taurus. Breaking free of a stale process could give you some very beneficial returns. This means going against the grain and doing something in a brand new way. And this could save you time, energy, or resources or save the company money. Today, you might innovate a better way to do something. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of romance makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. There is some possibility of romance if the two of you can work out the differences in your schedules. Innovate a better way to do something. The challenge is that one of you is going to have to give up or compromise something. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of romance makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. There is some possibility of romance if the two of you can work out the differences in your schedules. The challenge is that one of you is going to have to give up or compromise something. Or maybe it's possible for you to meet each other halfway, possibly literally halfway across town. If you can make this happen, it could be magical. Cancer, this week, it's time for some fun. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of fun opposes Uranus in Taurus. You might want to play hooky today. You're looking to do something different, interesting, and enjoyable. Ditch your usual Monday routine and lighten your mood and heart by going in a different direction. Romance is possible today. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra and your house of home and family makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. You might have family obligations and things you want to do with your friends. And it's challenging to squeeze both of these into your schedule. It's possible that somebody else needs to adjust their plans. Today, you might be asking someone to do you a favor. Leo, this week, you're delighting in something different. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the sun in Scorpio and your house of family opposes Uranus in Taurus. Leo, you might come from a quirky family, and their eccentricities could delight you. This is a good day to meet with family members who have interesting lives or eclectic hobbies. Visit an uncle who has a doorknob collection or a cousin who plays the bagpipes. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of communication makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Leo, you could receive an incomprehensible communication because the other party didn't take the time to spell out what was needed. But before you lose your temper, it would be better to quiz the sender. It's certainly a better practice to ask questions than to proceed with too little information. Virgo, this week, there's joy in doing something new. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the sun in Scorpio and your house of physical activities opposes Uranus in Taurus. Virgo, you might be doing something quite different today. You might have an opportunity to test drive a new car or ride a friend's new motorcycle. You might try a different food today. Something so exotic you aren't even sure how to pronounce it. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of money makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Today, it would be easy to go overboard in the spending department. Everything looks shiny and beautiful, and you just have an itch to spend a little cash. Perhaps the prices are extraordinary right now, and of course the deal is only for a limited time. But you might want to think twice before you open your wallet today. Libra, this week, you are a money magnet. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the sun in Scorpio and your house of money opposes Uranus in Taurus. It might occur to you to look at your money and revenue producing activities in a new way. Libra, you could shift your focus from hoping that money will come in to being determined to find sources of money. Or you could get a sudden boost of revenue in your side business. Today, you might find a path to prosperity. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in your own sign of Libra. And your house of confidence makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Libra, you might be standing in front of a crowd or at the front of a room. You can pull this off. You have natural charisma and charm. Today, you can see your effect on people as you talk about quarterly earnings or read your poetry. Confidence in yourself enables you to shine today. Scorpio, this week, you're planting good seeds. There's a new moon in your own sign of Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the sun in Scorpio and your house of confidence, happy birthday, opposes Uranus in Taurus. Scorpio, this new moon marks the beginning of your lunar year. This is especially important because Uranus encourages variety and novelty. That means try to do as many new things as possible, not just today, but over the next few weeks. This will plant good seeds for a robust harvest in the future.
On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra and your house of rest. And escape makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Scorpio, you might have an invitation in hand for a party or networking meeting, but perhaps you'd rather skip it. Today, you might not be feeling very sociable, and you'd rather catch up on your sleep, video game playing, or movie streaming. Today, you're more interested in doing what you want to do than being out in possibly inclement weather.
Sagittarius this week, brilliant ideas are abundant. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of theater, film, and fantasy opposes Uranus in Taurus. Sagittarius, you might skip work to go see a movie, or you might have tickets to the theater. This is a great day to really explore the idea of a career in the film, television, or theatrical industry. Consider going to a filmmaking convention or submitting your script to a screenwriting contest. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra, and your house of friendships makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Today, juggling friends and work could be problematic. Sagittarius, it's possible you have an important social event to attend, but you could be working late or filling in for someone else. It's possible you need someone to cover your shift. You might need to trade favors with a coworker so you can be with your friends. Capricorn this week, you might seek a new path. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of friendships opposes Uranus in Taurus. Capricorn, you might have a friend who pushes your boundaries. They're the one who's willing to go out on a limb, take a risk, or try the escargot appetizer. Right now, they could inspire you to break out of your rut. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra, and your house of career makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. You might not be in a position or vocation you like. Today is a good day to look at the steps it would take for you to move from where you are now to what you want to do in the future. Aquarius this week, your reputation shines. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of social standing opposes Uranus in Taurus. You're standing out from the crowd, possibly due to a video you posted, your latest podcast episode, or a meme you sent. Aquarius, you could be getting more engagement with your audience and a boost in your numbers. You might find your tribe and connect with like-minded individuals. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra, and your house of education makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. If you're in school, you could be facing a looming deadline or upcoming test. However, family obligations or excessive noise at home might be making it difficult for you to focus on your studies. Aquarius, consider using headphones to create a conducive study environment. You might also be helping your kids prepare for a test, or assisting others in their learning endeavors. Pisces this week, a little work gets you closer to what you want. There's a new moon in Scorpio on Monday, November 13th. Also, the Sun in Scorpio and your house of travel opposes Uranus in Taurus. Pisces, you might be feeling restless and eager to escape your usual routine. It's a great day to embark on a spontaneous trip, whether it's taking a short drive or exploring a new place in depth. If you're already traveling, be open to experiencing new things and meeting people from different cultures. Even delays can bring you opportunities. On Wednesday, November 15th, Venus in Libra. And your house of resources makes a quincunx to Jupiter in Taurus. Pisces, if you're seeking new financing or funding, you might need to deal with some paperwork. While it could seem overwhelming at first, the process might be smoother and quicker than you anticipate. This is a favorable time to obtain loans or explore financial options like zero-interest credit cards. A little paperwork stands between you and your desired outcome.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this week's zodiac reading. If you found this video interesting and want to stay updated with our weekly horoscopes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release next week's zodiac readings. Stay tuned for more insightful and exciting content. See you in the stars.